I will share 10 advanced tips and tricks for the iPhone that you may not be aware of, but which are in fact extremely useful and will bring you closer to mastering your iPhone. Now in this video, I will be using an iPhone 6s Plus for the demonstration, but these tips equally apply to the 6s, the 6, 6 Plus, and many others. So let's dive right in and learn some useful and exciting tips. Alright, so tip number 1, the secret menu that you can enable that's going to float on the screen, and it's going to give you a bunch of functions you can access right from that menu. First, let's go and actually enable that setting. Alright, so go into settings, scroll down to general, go inside, and then look for accessibility, just tap it, and at the bottom here where it says interaction, you're going to enable assistive touch. So let's tap that, and as you can see, now we have a little menu that you can actually float about on the screen. You can put it on the top over here, you can put it at the bottom over here, you can put it anywhere that you guys want. What you can do is you can tap this icon, and it's actually going to give you some of the functions you can achieve by pulling down the notification center or pulling up the control center or even pressing the home icon. So let me press the home icon right here. If I go over here, if I press the home icon, it takes me home. The same can be achieved by tapping this and then pressing the same home icon right over here. Okay, so let me show you guys that. Tap it, let's go home, there we go. You're back home. And other things you can do is if you tap that software icon, you can activate Siri. Hey, how's the weather like in New York? Okay, so let me exit Siri, but instead of using the home icon right here, I'm going to use the software home key, which is right there. If you tap it, it goes right back home. Now again, as you know, iPhone has the notification panel if you pull it down, and it also has the control center if you pull it up. Okay, you can access these guys without having to swipe simply by tapping this secret menu right over here. So if I tap notification center, it comes right down, and I can do the same with the control panel, control center, and that comes right up. And let me show you guys one more thing, and then I'll let you play with the whole thing by yourself. If you tap device, you can actually control the volume, you can lock the screen, you can mute or unmute the phone, all from this tiny secret menu. Okay, so tap device, let's lock the screen. As you can see, the screen just locked by itself. Okay, so let's unlock it. Let me just use my fingerprint. There we go, it's right there. Click device, volume up, and as you can see, you can control the volume. Also, if you go back into the settings, as you can see, you can customize the top level menu. So if you tap this guy, this is the top level menu right here. Okay, if you click this, you can change the things you do not want. You can even decrease the amount of icons you want to see. So the maximum is in fact 8 icons you can have on that secret menu. If you want to add something else, you just click plus and you simply pick what you want. Triple click. So you can even assign the triple click gesture right to the home icon. So let's tap that, and that's going to perform a triple click gesture. Let me show you one more thing. So if you go back into settings, and let's add one more. Let's add the multitasking gesture. Click plus, scroll down, tap on multitasking, click done, get out. Now tap it again, and now you can actually bring up multitasking just by tapping this guy right over here. Okay, absolutely fantastic. You can get a lot of stuff done just in this tiny menu that is floating on the screen, and if you put it aside, it hides by itself by reducing its opacity, yet it's always available because you can actually see it lightly. Tap it, it activates. Very good. Now tip number 2 has to do with the notifications panel. So as you can see, when you pull this down, on this side you have all your notifications, and as you can see, I have a lot of these guys. Okay, so there are some things you can do to customize the notifications panel. If you go into settings, if you go into the main screen right over here, simply go to notifications, and then from here go to sort order. So what you can do is you can manually order them, or you can order them by time. So your most recent notifications are going to appear on the top. Okay, so if I pull this down, as you can see, that was 2 minutes ago, that was 24 minutes ago, that was 2 hours ago. And the reason is because I have them set to sort by most recent. The most recent goes on top. You can also order notifications manually. So if I tap manual, what's going to happen is it's going to actually put the notifications that come from calendar to the topmost, and the phone comes the next, messages the third, and so on and so forth. Now if I want notifications from my game center to be on the top, I can simply, let me put this aside, I can simply grab this and drag and drop it to the top. Okay, so if I pull this down, anything that came from the game center is going to go on top. And let me just demonstrate that. Let's go down here, see what we have. We have something from Robinhood. So I'm going to take the application Robinhood. I'm going to drag it all the way to the top. Okay, so this is going to be my first notification that I'll see. So now, if I go back and pull this thing down, you'll see that the Robinhood has moved to the topmost. So that's one thing. Let's go back. I'm going to show you one more thing over here. If you go back into notifications, what you can do is, let's go to recent, go back over here, and you can also choose to group notifications by app. So all the notifications from your inbox are going to be grouped under the title inbox, okay? And all your notifications under the application Mint is going to be grouped under Mint. Same with Twitter, and same with every other application. Alrighty? And then if you disable this, they actually just get listed by times. Let's go back. As you can see now, everything is